Come on.
Light serves as a good cloak.
Go on! Yeah!
Thermopyle. They say you can't walk this battlefield without getting blood on your toes.
If you close your eyes, you can hear them. Their final war cries, before every last one of those brave Spartans perished. Their voices were silenced that day, but their story will be sung for an eternity.
You didn't bring me here to talk about dead Spartans. What's on your mind, Herodotus?
The Battle of Thermopylae still echoes in our hearts. But to stand here is to feel it in your bones.
There's nothing here but ghosts. My concerns are with the living.
Hold out your spear.
My spear? What for?
I need to know something.
Herodotus!
I'm fine. I'm fine. The stories are true. That is the spear of Leonidas. The hero's blade.
Where were Sparta's allies?
The Spartans weren't alone in facing Xerxes and his hordes. Many from across the Greek world were armed and ready to fight alongside Leonidas and his 300. But when the mighty king looked into their eyes and saw fear, he sent them home.
That sounds like madness, not bravery.
It was foretold by the Pythia that Sparta would lose either its freedom or its king to the Persians. Leonidas made his choice.
What happened to Leonidas after the battle?
Xerxes was famous for honoring warriors who fought valiantly against the Persians. But Leonidas infuriated him so much, he cut off his head and impaled it on a pike. A bloody battle ensued, and his remains were reclaimed by the Spartans and buried here. Now, however, he rests where he belongs.
In Sparta. What happened to the traitor, Ephialtes?
King Xerxes paid him well, but treachery breeds treachery. A contract was put on his head, and he died as he lived. A coward.
You knew this would happen.
I didn't know, but I did suspect. There is a place I'd convinced myself was a dream. Until now. A peculiar structure on the island of Andros. Mysterious shapes carved in stone. Like nothing I've ever seen.
You want to sail to Andros so you can show me shapes?
In my travels, I heard whispers of an ancient civilization. A people who came before. Your spear and that place are connected.
You mentioned the people that came before. Who were they?
They were not gods, but they lived far longer than any mortal, and were far more intelligent. I've seen carvings in caves, strange symbols that suggest it was this ancient civilization that created humankind, and provided them with fire.
But Zeus blamed Prometheus.
Yes. Well, perhaps his eagle has been feasting on the wrong liver.
The spear awakened to you, Herodotus. I trust you.
You understand? I will do everything in my power to help you find your mother. I promise. But first, we must sail to the island of Andros.
I'll meet you at my ship.
Welcome aboard the Adrestia, Herodotus. Will you be traveling with us?
Only for a short trip. I have business to attend to in Athens.
Herodotus is helping me find my mother.
Seeking help from the gods has put Herodotus on your path, just like they put you on mine. They work in ways beyond our comprehension. All we can do is follow their lead.
You could be right. Herodotus and I share enemies too.
Like in Pinor.
He was part of a very powerful group called the Cult of Cosmos that controls the Greek world through the Oracle.
Control the Oracle! Impossible! Apollo would not allow that!
Now they're looking for my mother. I need to find her before they do.
And I believe they will hurt others who oppose their views along the way.
By Hermes! The Oracle lost to corruption, and now this cult? Do we know who leads them?
I don't know for sure, but I think it might be my brother.
Your brother? By Zeus, your life is complicated.
Tell me about it.
But don't you worry. This cult of Cosmos now has 3 new enemies. And one of them fights like Athena and shits thunder like Zeus. We'll bring the wrath of the gods down upon them.
Is he always this positive?
Always. That's why I like you.
Poseidon, carry us to Athens!
First, we need to go to Andros.
To Andros, then!
You even know your way around the seas at night. Impressive.
It's an art, my friend. My father used to say, when Nyx blinds you, seek SEAGATE.
Your father was a man of the sea as well?
No, he was a potter. But he was a man who always... We're going to have to do some upgrades to my ship if we're sailing into war.
What do you mean?
Well, she's old. Perhaps not in the best condition.
You couldn't have said this before we set sail! Where in Poseidon's name are we going to get the supplies?
My father taught me that the sea takes, and we must do the same. Fortunately, there are plenty of pirate ships in these waters that we can board and take from.
What are we waiting for? Let's hunt for pirates!
Something, eh?
More speed! Keep up the speed!
The commander's left the helm!
Greece, land of salt and more salt.
your own doing.
You are being super...
Are these people harassing you?
Harassing him? We're his parents!
I told you, Mother. This is for your protection.
Protection from what, exactly?
He just got back from Delphi. Spoke with the Oracle. Been out of his mind ever since.
She revealed my prophecy. My mind has never been more clear. She said I would do unspeakable things to my parents. That Mother's blood would stain the earth. And Potter will scream to the gods in agony.
Oracles and prophecies do more harm than good. You should listen to your gut. What are you doing?
Listening to my gut. And it's telling me my parents will suffer if you don't help me.
Here we go.
You could save my parents from my vicious wrath.
You don't have a vicious bone in your body.
Quiet, Pater. Me and the Messios are talking. My sword and shield. Gifts from Mater and Pater. We must return them to my parents, so they can defend themselves from my ferocious temper.
All right, Supidio. I'll get these weapons for you. For a price.
Of course. My parents will gladly pay you for your troubles.
What?
What?
Seek out Costa, the village blacksmith. I brought him the sword to be sharpened not too long ago.
And the shield?
This will be trickier. I'll explain when you return from the blacksmith.
Can't wait.
You mustn't free me. These ropes are the only thing between my parents and my wrath. Please, Messios, go see the blacksmith and get me my sword.
Aphrodite on Earth. My name is Costa, at your service.
Cassandra.
Whatever you need, name it, it's yours. I could bend some metal for you, oil those rippling muscles, fix that broken spear.
I'm looking for a sword. Belongs to Supidio.
Ah, Supidio. Love that boy. Bit on the thin side, if you ask me. His parents feed him nothing.
Yes. Well, he needs his sword back.
And I'd love to give it to you. His sword, I mean. But I can't just hand over swords to every gorgeous warrior who walks by.
Just give me the sword, or I'll make this a day you'll never forget.
Oh, there's no need to get all heated. Tell you what, I'm drinking wine with someone special tonight. And I'd really like to make a good impression. But there's a small problem. My spear is also broken.
What a shame.
But there are special flowers in the forest beyond Xerxes' military fort, planted by Aphrodite herself. They really help to, reforge, if you know what I mean.
Fine. I'll get the flowers and you'll give me the spear. I mean, sword. Don't go anywhere. That should be enough to stoke the blacksmith's flame.
Gorgeous, Misthios. You take my breath away. Did you bring the flowers?
I can't even go flower picking without some beast trying to kill me. But yes, I have them.
Perfect. This will make tonight a night to remember.
I'm very happy for you. Now, what you promised?
Of course, of course. I was just wondering, since we're here, what if I took the flowers now? There's a clean spot in my shop where we could,
I'm only here for the sword. I did what you asked. Now hand it over.
You break my heart, Misthios. But I'll make good use of the flowers. Here's the sword, as I promised.
I should get this back to Stupidio's parents before he does anything... Stupidio.
Misthios, you've returned. Did you bring the sword?
I did.
Thank the gods. I knew I could count on you. But this is only one of the items I needed. And I have 2 parents.
So tell me about this shield.
Well, according to my parents, it was stolen while I was visiting the Oracle of Delphi.
Stolen? It's as good as gone, then.
I overheard Mater and Pater whispering about it. They mentioned the cave beyond the Red Lake. Talked about the thief as if they knew her.
Strange.
Go to the cave, Misthios. Bring me back my shield. Only then will my parents be truly safe from my fury. Find the cave near the Red Lake. The thief and the shield should be there.
Time to find this thief. Stupidio mentioned a cave beyond the Red Lake. Strange that his parents knew this. They should get the shield back themselves. Is this lake full of blood? Wonder what's made it so red. There she is. This must be the cave. Perfect hiding spot for a thief.
I'm going to kill someone!
Patience. We're going to raid that stinking village once strong, find the ship, and finally get off this salty wasteland.
What about that old couple? The ones you stole the shield from? We should slit their throats and take whatever they have.
speak, see if he can give us more.
Ready to die!
There's my little thief. This shield should be enough to protect Superior's parents from his deadly wrath.
Misthios! At last! Did you find the shield?
I did. Now you can protect yourselves from the prophecy.
So, you found the thief?
Oh yes, cut her in half. She won't steal anything from anyone ever again.
And what about the blacksmith?
He's fine. Could use a cold bath, but he's fine.
Thank the gods.
Thank you, Misthios. You spared my parents from my wrath. Now, if you would release me.
Actually, there's something your mother and I have to tell you. Your parents are...
Very happy to have such a caring son to protect us. Thank you, Misthios. We're all fine now.
Odd family.
Should we grab the salvage ladder? Don't waste arrows! Waiting for reloading! Police! We're taking damage from that fire! Home! Release! Home! Get right up to that salvage!
The great Themistocles. King Darius of Persia.
I'm not sure.
A sight where the great Steady your head! We need to watch those fires! We need to fire again! Fire another volley! Fire! Fire on board! Use another round! Watch them, Commander! They are heading this way! We didn't hit!
Cassandra, there's a question I need to ask you.
Go on.
Your spear. How did you find it?
My mother told me that the Spartan army brought it back from the Battle of Thermopylae.
Why bring it back to her?
Leonidas was her father.
Incredible. And it gives you visions. Perhaps it's trying to guide you, show you a path.
There's more. It helps me in battle.
What do you mean?
I can't really describe it. It's like I know what my opponent's next move will be just before it happens.
Fascinating. This is just extraordinary.
Commander, away!
Here it is.
that a door? I've never seen anything like it before. How do I get inside? I wonder if...
Who's there? Come out!
Hesitation only hastens.
The grave, I know, Mater.
Your form is improving. Your resolve is strong, but you're not taking action.
I was going to.
I know, but it's the moments in between that decide everything. Your turn.
Leonida's spear.
You're old enough now. My father's spear holds a certain burden, but you're ready.
I felt something.
Huh?
The spear. It has magic.
Carries with it a long line of power. A bloodline of incredible heroes. The same blood within you and me and our family.
All of us?
Think of Leonidas. He had great courage. And he made a great sacrifice. You share his blood and the strength he possessed. We are able to feel certain things happening around us. That is our family's gift. But not everyone understands that. Some recognize the power we bear and want it only for themselves. They will try to take it from us.
I won't let them.
I know. You're a warrior. If we keep moving forward, always moving forward, we're untouchable. Storm is coming in.
Then maybe we should move forward now.
Mother, I haven't forgotten you. By the gods! Who built all this? How does a place like this exist? How could I even explain this to someone like Marcos? Something's glowing over there.
Forge activated. Synchronizing retransmission chronicity. Contact engaged.
Amos. The Forge.
I knew I let you stay in the Animus too long. Your vitals are crashing.
You don't understand. This confirms it. Cassandra didn't just have ICUE technology. She had the means to improve it. Imagine how powerful the staff could be.
I admit, that could be an incredible find. But right now, I'm the doctor, and I take care of you. Now get some rest before you go back to Cassandra.
If you insist, but only because I've got work to do on the outside.
Please, just clear your head. The last thing we need is a cell leader suffering from the bleeding effect and spearing us because we're Hittites or Thracians.
I won't. But Thracians throw great parties.
Don't forget, we're a team. We'll back you up until you're finished your investigation.
I know. Kyoshi secured the loft yesterday and he's keeping an eye out. Elena's on call doing historical research.
And I'm here to talk if you're feeling any confusion from the Animus.
Always the therapist. So, Doctor, how do you feel now that we're closer than ever to the staff?
I believe this staff is important. But the Templars and Assassins have found Staves of Eden before. Nikolai Tesla blew one up in Russia, if I remember correctly.
This is different. If what I saw in Egypt is true, this staff doesn't control minds. It controls physics, time. Imagine rewriting the rules of the universe.
The spear you found is right here, and it's not doing anything.
The spear's attached to a bloodline. Leonidas, Cassandra, and Alexios. They were intimately connected to it.
Are you sure you can use the Staff of Hermes, then?
No. But if the Templars get it, they won't stop until they find someone who can. So, what do you think of my new Animus?
You mean our new Animus? That's Abstergo equipment.
Which I've modified to within a millimeter of its digital life. It's an Animus console prototype, Raman variant with the I/O capacities pushed to their max. Ultra portable with more calculating power than NASA and CERN combined. I'll go stretch my legs. Too bad we don't have access to the Abstergo gym anymore, huh?
Membership costs too much.
Fascinating. Layla, can you believe we're meeting Herodotus himself?
I can. He sure does talk a lot.
Is there anything I can help you with?
So does what I'm seeing as Cassandra match your research? I had to tweak the Animus to use what we have of the book as reference.
That book is a lost work by Herodotus. He basically invented the concept of recording history. And other figures are matching up too. Cleon, Pericles. The chance to see the past firsthand is why I joined the Assassins.
Most people would talk about justice or leaping across rooftops, but history's cool too.
I've loved history since my grandpa told me stories about his grandpa back in Ireland. He was an adventurer and sailor. So I'm continuing the family tradition. I feel so lucky.
You make your own luck, remember?
Why do people keep telling me that?
So I've met Herodotus, but I don't know much about him.
He's brilliant. His histories are considered the foremost textbook of classical Greece. People have made their careers analyzing his words for some new perspective. To see him in his own world, walking in the polis, and... Sorry, but he's kind of a hero of mine.
You can fangirl all you want.
Yay!
I'll leave you to your work.
If you need anything, just let me know.
I should check my email. The Lost Book of Herodotus. The Spear of Leonidas. If I didn't work for the Assassins, I wouldn't believe it. I'm still not sure I believe it. But a little luck and a lot of research later, and we've got ourselves the archaeological find of the century. At least, we would if I could publish it. The center of the universe, circa 400 BCE. Eagles are fine and all, but a pet monkey would be even cooler. I wonder if the Fry twins would still recognize London. A rooftop's still a rooftop. How's it going out there?
Well, no threats in view.
I'm glad we could work together again.
I believe our working methods are compatible.
Are you still upset about our last run-in with Abstergo? I'm sorry, I didn't realize those hills in Quebec were so steep. But hey, you and your Yakuza reflexes saved us. Sorry, ex-Yakuza.
We're all alive and our injuries have healed. That's what matters.
Of course, I'll return to the Animus, then follow the trail Herodotus left to find the staff. But there's so many possibilities, so many choices. There's no way to know which ones are right. You used to run part of the Japanese Brotherhood. What would you do?
Take things one step at a time, observe then act, or kill everyone and search their pockets for answers. You decide.
Thanks for watching our backs, Kiyoshi. I'll leave you to your work.
I'll report in if Abstergo drops by.
Looks third echelon. Or is it fourth? Too bad we had to leave before we could drink some more caribou. What?
Are you sure you want to go back into the Animus right now? I get the impression you'll be there a long time.
Yes. I'm ready to go back to Cassandra.
All right. I'll be watching your back.
My spear is stronger now. The cult won't stand a chance.